What's up, guys? Another hump day down. We're halfway through the week. Um, and we've been trying to maximize what the market is giving us. I think we've done pretty good every day. Monday was a little slow out of the gate, but these last couple of days, I think I've done pretty good pulling what the market gives me out. Now, we'll never be able to get 100%, but getting the meat of everything is all that we look for. So pretty happy about that. Now, if you missed the class today, please go back and watch it. It should be up by now. We talk about our trading edges, because a lot of people misinterpret what an edge is. An edge is not your strategy. The edge is what rules and things you apply to that strategy that separates you from the crowd. There's a lot of people that trade these strategies. There's only so many strategies, base strategies. What makes it different is how people work that strategy in the market. And, what gives them an edge so that they can come out on top every time. Like my 5-minute opening range breakout. In the class I talk extensively about the edges that I use. And when I don't do good, like this morning, it's when I don't stick to the rule. That edge that I have. When I bypass that thinking I know better, that's when I end up getting slapped. So, we talk kind of extensively about that and how important it is to separate yourself from that crowd. It's just whenever we get caught up in that crowd of people, it makes it so much easier for these guys to come in, these vultures, these hedge funds that prey on us, low men on the totem pole. It makes it easy for them to come in and take pop shots at us. And we're just like a million ducks in a small pond that all they have to do is they could blindfold themselves and shoot and take us out. So we have to separate ourselves from that. And that's where our edges come in. So I share with you a lot of the edges that I have. You see me use them every day, but you probably never connected them to an edge. So kind of ties everything together. And this quote that Warren Buffett had made some time back pretty much tells you when people are greedy, you need to be on the other side of that greed. And when people are fearful, you need to be on the other side of that fear. You need to be taking advantage of it. That means you do not need to be in the crowd. You need to be on the other side of that crowd. That's where you make your money. And that's what an edge does. It keeps you out of that mess. And it separates you to where, you do your own thing. I'm pretty sure nobody figures their stop the way I figure it, which keeps me in most of the trades when most people get stopped out. I'm sure nobody or very few people use the 60-minute chart the way I use it, which you've seen over the last year has totally transformed what I do. Nobody uses the 5-minute channels like I do. So, but I don't know. I don't watch YouTube and see what other people are doing, but I'm pretty sure nobody does what I do. That's why I named the system I use the Maverick system, because I'm out there. I'm putting myself out there. I'm doing something that not anybody else is doing. And that's kind of the secret to everybody's success. If 90% of the people lose money and you're doing what all the 90% of the people are doing, what do you expect to happen? You're going to lose your money. So Our edge is what separates us from all of that. So that's what we've got to focus on. So if you have got basics down that you feel and you're not making any money, it's probably because you don't have an edge, or if you have an edge, you're not confident in it that you consistently execute it every day. All right, let's take a look at the SPY today. You can see another crazy day. Did not make much progress at all. Another indecision day. If you look at the 5-minute chart, up, down, up, tried to get back up, pull back down. We made the low, and then we start grinding our way back up. We didn't quite take out the high yet. Pull back, but we did close green, and we took out the high aftermarket. You can see we're up 45 cents after the close. So it's we pretty much matched in this aftermarket what we made all day long. So it's pretty crazy. So you can see the market, we didn't lose any ground, we didn't gain any ground. So everything was just kind of neutral today. Which tomorrow just leaves it up in the air. I have no predictions for tomorrow. All I can tell you is that we're above the 5-day moving average. We, closed up. We closed green. All of these are bullish signs. I think if we were going to rest, 2 days of rest is enough. The next 2 days, we should push up and hit this ascending resistance. But looking at the chart, that's what I would think. But you know me, I'm just going to wait for tomorrow morning and let the market tell me what it wants to do. I'm not going to try to guess or come up with a game plan based on my guess. I'll come up with a game plan tomorrow, when the market is telling me what it wants to do. So first trade today, this is where I say I made my mistake. My 5-minute opening range strategy, one of the edges that I have is that I only use this strategy with 2 catalysts. Or that's my rule, but I do break it like I broke it today. Either earnings, which is my number 1, or analyst upgrade. Okay, is one or the other. Analyst upgrades the second favorite, first favorite, earnings. Other than that, I should not be trading it. This had a BS catalyst about opening a damn factory in China. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Normally, these things, and I know this, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking this morning, but I know this. Normally, these type of news stories get bought up pre-market, and they sell off the rest of the day. These are the ones that I make my money on all-day holds. This was the perfect all-day hold scenario. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I completely missed that and tried to take it opening range breakout. You can see what happened. I bought it, and it ended up, turning right around, and it stopped me out, my max loss stop. All I could see on this was the way BYND used to break out and run $5-6 at the open. That's all I could see. So I went in with 300 shares and just got burned, hit my max loss. And you could see, now if I had been a bag holder, look at what would have happened to me. So even though I messed up, I did stick to my stop. I didn't worry about taking this loss out of the gate. I just accepted it, realized I made a mistake, and moved on. And that's what we have to do every day. We can't sit here and dwell on it. We go back, we get locked and loaded, and go right back to it. So this is the stock that I should have waited on. I did catch it because it didn't break on me. By the time I got stopped out, it was setting up. So SQ had an analyst upgrade. I think Barclays raised the price target to 300 or something. So definitely a stock that meets the criteria. And look how good it worked. It's like night and day. If I had just stopped and stuck to the rule, stuck to the edge I have executing the strategy, I would not have taken a loss. So nice move up. My final target was this 246.50 level. That's where I took the last piece. It pulled back. I got in on the break and the hold over this level. Got a little double here before it pulled back and stopped me out. And as it came back in, I looked to fade this like I did yesterday, like we did on PayPal the day before. Shorted the loss of the 20 and take it all the way back to the 50. But it kind of got caught. It found some support in here, and we ended up taking it off. Now, I tried to talk you through what I was seeing and what in the price action and then the tape is telling me that we have run into some serious support at 244, and is likely not to sell off. And that's what we were looking at. That's what the market told me, and I took it off. It wasn't because I didn't want to take a loss. It wasn't because of anything other than the market was telling me that it wasn't going to go. And I said that. I mentioned that before I even took it off. And what we look for to let us know when we need to bail. It's not rocket science. That's our edge. Knowing that, knowing what to look for is our edge. And the more you start looking and practicing and being able to identify it when it happens, the better off you're going to be. But this was a pretty good move. Never did break out of the channel for me to be able to take another trade on it. We just kind of traded sideways in the channel. But the morning trades were really solid on this. Facebook, beautiful flag here that set up, bought it on the break, the flag break, which was over the opening range high right here. Hit 2 targets. This was my final target. So I split this in half. This was my final target. I felt we were going to hit the 52-week high and pull all the way back. And then on a decent pullback, I was going to get back in. Kind of like what I did on Square. But we didn't get the full pullback, so I wasn't comfortable taking this trade. And I didn't take it. And you can see we put in the top of this channel. We pulled back. We set the channel going into the afternoon. And you see it traded inside of it. Yeah, I probably could have bought it here and traded inside this. But look how choppy it was. I'm not going to buy chop. I'm going to wait until it breaks out. But you can see it didn't break out until later on. I caught it and it didn't quite get to my target. I was looking for 314.50. It didn't quite get there, and I said if we get back to 314.25, I'll take it off. But it started running against me. Started showing that reversal stuff that we were looking at. And sure enough, it came straight down. So, pretty much saved that. But, even with the $300 loss this morning, and, I protected it, I took it off when I was supposed to. What if I'd have let it run? Been a bag holder. This would have been really, really ugly. And so, everything I did here would have been moot. I probably wouldn't have done this. But coming back from a $300 loss, finishing the day 782.42. You can't beat this with a stick. I'll take it any day, especially with the market being the way it is. Limited opportunity, having to be in the right place at the right time. I'll take it. So that wraps it up for me today. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, your night, and we'll get back at this thing in the morning. I'm gonna be late getting in. Taking my son to get his COVID vaccine at 8 o'clock in the morning. It typically is an hour and a half to get through the traffic. It's a drive-through thing. It's the one I volunteered to get my vaccine way back when. So hopefully I'll get in by 10 o'clock. If I'm really lucky, I'll be here before the open. But I will be here in time to take some of my trend continuation channel breaks. I'll be looking forward to that. But I'll be here. So you guys take care, and I'll see you in the morning.